Chào mọi người nha. Chúc mọi người một buổi sáng vui vẻ. Lúc đầu tiên thì mình có thể nói tiếng Việt lúc ban đầu, nhưng chút nữa vào vài phút nữa vào trong phiên live thì đa số nói tiếng Anh nhiều. Thì cái gì mọi người thông cảm nhé. Hello mọi người. Good morning. Mưa nước vào kèm một nhân nhiều quá. Hello, chào mọi người nhé. Hello everyone. Good morning. I mean, good evening. How you all doing? No, I don't. Hello. No, I don't eat goose. Chào mọi người nhé. Hello guys. It's yummy. I haven't tried it. Is it better than duck? Does it taste better than duck? Có bạn bên đây hỏi mình có ăn thịt ngỗng không? Mình nói không. Không biết sao bạn hỏi câu đó luôn. Không liên quan gì tới vỏ thịt hay là cái gì đâu. Hello. Yummy. Hello. Hi, how are you? How are you, Mano? Good morning, Rapidity Michelle. Good morning. Oh, before any of you guys start training, you should always do a brief warm up. Take about 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes, depending on how much you have time, right before you go into hardcore training. So I would recommend that and stretch out your limbs, your muscle a little bit before your training, all right, to prevent and reduce any injury that may have caused during the training. And then of course after you done your training, you gonna cool down. Okay, so a couple of exercises to cool down afterward. All right, so get your body normal, back to normal stage. Chào mọi người nhé. Thì nãy mình nói là coi như trước khi mình tập luyện môn thể thao, môn võ thực, các môn nào mà vận động tay chân nhiều thì mình luôn dành 5 đến 15 phút thời gian để mình làm nóng cơ thể mình cho nó được dẻo dai để hạn chế chấn thương nhé. Thì các bạn khi tập luyện thì hãy lưu ý điều đó. Alright, let's get into training, guys. So I already did my warm up on my own, so you guys should do all that too. And now I just do a brief warm up on the dummy. So from time to time, I would hit the dummy lightly with slow motion, like so. And I turn, I twist, I go in between, and I hit lightly like that. I practice my step, my kick. Just you go into the motion so that your body will get used to it. Ok, khi bắt đầu thì mình hay tập luyện nhẹ nhẹ, đánh một nhân nhẹ và lướt đi tay, chân để cho nó quen thuộc, cơ thể mình quen thuộc với một nhân một tí xíu trước khi mình tập. Đó, thường thì mình hay tập nhẹ nhẹ trước khi những bài tập nặng. Okay, so those are like I just went over the basics and see. Excuse me. Still, the flu still catching me. I still have coughing a little bit. Hopefully, I go over in the next few days. But it's been like 10 days, so which means. So I would go like maybe into 5 minutes of hitting the dummy lightly. Đấy, and then before we move on. Thường thì mình hay tập luyện khoảng lúc ban đầu thì tập nhẹ nhẹ với một nhân khoảng tầm 5 phút để mình làm nóng thôi. Để làm nóng xong từ từ mình mới tập mạnh lên ha. Yes. Hello from Ho Chi Minh City here. Hello Sunny. Hello everyone. Hello Fabrizio. Hello Omar. This is Wing Chun and it's wooden dummy kung fu. Some of it Wing Chun, some of it just kung fu, traditional kung fu. And of course, I'm gonna throw in a little bit modern here and there, you know, couple like elbow strike, modern boxing, a little bit, not like, you know, the straight punch and hook punch and all that. They all come from boxing, right? And of course, the legs come from Taekwondo because I've been studying Taekwondo for a while too. So. No, what I say, I recommend just be yourself. Of course, if you just be yourself, whether what ethnicity you are, I'm pretty sure the way you carry yourself nicely and everything, everybody will accept you. I'm pretty sure, like whether it's an Asian community or Caucasian or black or any ethnic or Indian or whatever, right? Just carry yourself as a nice person. I'm pretty sure everyone will accept you, right? You don't have to be you have to be this ethnicity or that, or have to be accepted into that, right? Right. Okay, I'm pretty sure everyone show respect between each other if you are treat each other mutually respect. So no worry about that. Okay. I think that's like in the older generations, like you know, probably one of my generation above that, like usually they have prejudice or like being racist, whatever. So when it comes to like the color of the people, like they got scared or something, you know, it's just like the thing. But that's like already the past. I think now like nowadays is all ethnicity it's very open, right? You see a lot of mixtures together, so no worry about that. From my generation and on, we were very open with every ethnicity. So, yeah. Chào mọi người nha. Mọi người nói tiếng Anh nhiều quá cho nên mọi người đi đâu hết à. Ok, hello. All right, that's awesome, Patrick. Yes, I feel the same way. Like I love like training with wooden dummy and Wing Chun like back in the day too. Like my time is like in the 90s, right? But I'm from Toronto, Canada, and it's not so easy to find a club where they have wooden dummy trained before. So I happened to come back to Vietnam and I'm fortunate enough to train with my master for like roughly about years, and most of the time I train on my own, right? But it's been like about I've been off and on my own like about 7, 8 years now. So I have a few basic understanding and training, and now I would like to go on here and share with you guys. Okay. Anyway, let's get into the training. All right. Chào Văn Hoàng nha. Rồi, chào tất cả mọi người nha. Ok, hello everyone. Chào mọi người nha. Rồi bây giờ mình tập luyện, mình vào bài nha. Okay, so let's begin our training. Right. So after warm up and all that, and you hit the dummy a little bit lightly, you just hit open palm, and you go back and forth so that you get into the motion. Then we're gonna go into a bit hardcore training. We go into review some of the techniques that we learned before, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you, if you guys been here on live stream with me from the past 3 months, if you're on often, I'm pretty sure like all these moves you have learned, I have shared with you guys before. But what you do is all these moves, you gotta sharpen it, practicing it over and over again until you become really good at it. That's the thing, okay? So it's nothing new. It's nothing new, but basically every day you practice and you understand more of it, get out of it more. All right. So that's why they said practice make perfect. But of course, nothing is perfect, right? Close to perfect, I say. All right, let's go. Let's review the 6 moves that we learned yesterday. So what I do is, first of all, let's remind us the measurement of our arm length. So the wooden dummy is right here. I would put both of my arms out, open like this, right? And my fingertips, my middle fingertips, which is the longest fingertips, I would place right in the middle, the center of the wooden dummy. All right, from there I just stay straight. And now from there I know how far I should stay apart between the dummy. All right, so you reach out to the middle finger tip, and between the middle of the dummy, the center of the dummy. Now from there, you reach out straight out and see how far you should stand, okay? And from there, I just go down open too. I go down knees slightly bent. So I would stand like this, my feet together. I open 1, 2, and I tilt in. My toes usually pointed inward a bit, right? So back in the day, for like proper Wing Chun and all that, you used to train like pushing all the way down, clench it together, right? But we don't have to be like that so much, right? We can just be kind of comfortable and slightly bend. Sometimes you're moving back and forth like that. Okay, so there's no need to clench your feet together. Only when you have to, because this move is sometimes here you block, right? You're sort of like blocking someone kick to your groin, right? So you try to clench there. When they're kicking, you try to clench your feet into your knees, right? So you can do some damage with that. But for this purpose, we're just training here. We can be slightly open like that and just knees slightly bent so that we are comfortable. All right? So I will go here, okay? And then either way, you can leave one hand out in front of you like this, the other hand coming back, okay? Make sure your fingers tight. You know, sometimes like we feel comfortable, we tend to open our fingers, you know, but when we're training, sometimes we jam our finger against this, and we may sprain it, we may hurt it. So careful with that. Try to have your fingers closed, tight, okay? So I would either place my one hand in front of me like this, or the other hand. It depends on how you feel, whatever is comfortable for you. All right, so I would go from here. Once again, measure the wooden dummy, and then go down and here. Yeah, okay? So see, as you see here, the measurement, once you hit, you reach, you hit, and your elbows is slightly bent when you're punching, okay? Don't go all the way, lock your joint like this when you practice, okay? Don't do like that, because it's gonna eventually, over time, it's gonna damage your ligament right here, your vein, whatever, attach it. So just here, slightly bend, hit, slightly bend here. I hit, I slightly bend, I hit, I'm still slightly bend. Okay, I don't overextend it. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, Now, simple as this, let's go into this practice. Just blocking, and just from here, I just straight out a block. The other hand, just pull back in front of your chest. You just angle it slightly out, okay? Not sideways, not like this, not here, not here from across like this, okay? I don't want that. I want here straightly, diagonally forward, okay? Boom, right? Why diagonally forward? Because you block here and then you go in quicker, right? Whereas you block here and then you have to go here too far, so you go here and slip in, okay? Sort of like you slide it up and then in, up and in, okay? But up, in. But for this purpose, we just practicing the block first. So 1, 2, 3. Keep your fingers tight together and go like this towards you. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just block like that. Very simple, okay? But the part that you're blocking, imagine the arm here. You're blocking sort of like the middle of the arm. So they try to reach you here. You block right here, okay? Right here at the arm, and your palm, your whole palm right here is the initiate part. You're gonna hit the target right here, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, once you're doing this, I want you to relax your whole body, your arm, okay? Only at the end, you're gonna put like a bit of force into it. Right now we're training, we're not gonna put a lot of force into it. I want you guys to have a feel of relax your whole body, okay? So you go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now eventually when you're blocking like that, I want you to, after you get used to it, I want you to slightly move your hip and try to move over to the side a bit, okay? So that you can have a little bit of force into it. So you would go 1, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order for you to do that, your leg gonna pivot. Both of your feet gonna point diagonally, okay? Diagonally, okay? So remember that movement, right? Because we're not gonna block, we're not just gonna stand there and block. If you block, you just stand there, block, you don't move your feet, you don't move your body, you don't move your head, you're still gonna get hit, right? Because we're not gonna be fast enough or accurate enough to block against your punch, right? If they're this close, right, you block, it's not gonna go, right? So you gotta move slightly, okay? So remember that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After you do so many times, you use it, and then you turn, and then you turn, and then you turn, okay? Then you turn. Now you see, after I block, one hand block, the other hand pull back, right? When you're pulling back like this, it's gonna add a bit of strength to your block coming out. Same thing when you punch, you know, traditional, when we practice, boom, like this, we pull the other arm back, boom, we pull the other arm back. In karate or taekwondo, and any other traditional martial art, that's why we tend to do that, right? But nowadays, modern, like boxing or other, they just pull just from here, the chest, and then pull one, then pull just only from the chest, so that the arm coming out faster, okay? So for in this instance, we just pull back right here, just to the chest, right here. One arm coming out, the other arm coming back in front of your chest, just like that. All right, so let's do 20, and then 20 each side, and then we move on. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so the reason why after you are training for a while, I want you to shift over, right? So you gotta imagine that the person throwing punches at you, right? Of course, they're gonna throw. So you're gonna get out of the way, all right? You block and you get out of the way at the same time. So you gotta move, right? That's why you have to move your feet from here. I will go here. center line here. I move, I move, I move, right? If I stay here, I block, I don't move. What if I miss a punch? They're gonna go right into my nose, right? Right in my nose. So you gotta, at beginning when you're training, you're not used to it, that's fine. You can just stand here to get the movement right. But after a while, maybe you're practicing 1 or 2 days, 3 days down the road, or a week, then you practicing. Shift your way, your hips, shift, 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 okay? And shift and then attack. Shift, attack, shift, attack, move, okay? So you got that? So, right from there, after that, the next one is, guess what's next, right? I just did it, right? So as soon as I block, I cut it out right away. This hand here, right to the face. 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so that's gonna be our next combination. We go block, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, for this part here, when you're attacking, I want you to attacking the edge of the hand from this part right here to this part right here only, okay? If you go any higher, you're gonna hit here, your fingers will snap together, clench together, you're gonna hurt yourself more than the opponent. So make sure you hurt from here, you straight from here, okay? Only this part to this part, okay? And you try to flex it. As you hit, you try to flex, relax and then flex at the end. Relax and flex at the end, all right? So block, here I block, I relax, right? As I hit the target, block, then I flex right here, I flex. Relax, flex, relax, flex, relax, flex, relax, flex, okay? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right? Now you see how I shift from here? I block, I move over, I cut, I move over, I cut, I move over, I cut. So you see the footwork movement, right? Very basic. Block, turn, turn, block, cut, turn, block, cut, turn, block, cut, turn, block, cut. Okay, close movement, block, cut, turn, block, cut, block, cut. Okay, so thank you. Yep. So, okay, so from here, block, cut, block, cut. Remember the shifting part, very important. Why we have to shift our body, we have to evade the attack. You always imagine when you're practicing this, you always imagine a hit, an attack coming right in the middle of your face. Your face standing here, they go right in the middle, you move over. Here, they're coming in, you shift it over. They're coming in, you have to move. If you don't move, you're gonna get hit. I don't care how good you are, you don't move, chances are you're gonna get hit. So please try to practice move and then go. Move and then go. Move, go. Okay? So when you're practicing that, don't stand like a tree trunk doesn't move. Then of course you're gonna get hit. Boom, right? Even if you move slightly, they may hit you a bit, right? But not like 100%. So maybe they hit you slightly 20, 30%, like to the nose scratch like that, then you can survive. But if you stand dead and like a tree, they're gonna go 100% force, then it's no good. They're gonna knock you out. So careful with that. Always try to move when you block or you attack. Move over, okay? I don't stand one spot. I move and then I hit. I move and then I hit. I move and hit, okay? In the beginning, it's fine when we're practicing, we're training to get the techniques right, to get our arm placement, our hand placement. Okay, we can practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, But as the time moving on, when you get used to the techniques, one day, maybe 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 weeks down the road, when you get used to it, then you gotta move the footwork. You have to add your footwork into it, right? So simple as that. Turn your hips, your shoulder, and automatically your lower part and your leg will pivot into the direction that you're moving, okay? So for instance, I turn, right? When I turn here, I have more force into my block, right? So my block will become stronger. I have more momentum to push the attack, the punch away. So I go boom, boom, okay? Boom, 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 like that, all right? So pivot, right here, pivot, pivot, pivot. Actually, I want you to practice like this, just from here, pivot the foot, and then turn the other side. Pivot, 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 okay? Pivot, the face, pivot, pivot, move, pivot. And see, right now you see my body in the center, right? Like my face in the center, right? So you imagine that you try to like punch me right in the face. Okay, so I'm just standing like this, or this way, or whatever, right? So if I want to block, I pivot. See how I slightly move over? Same thing on this leg. Mostly one leg here. I stand right in the middle, okay? So the punch coming, right? I block, I pivot a bit, right? Or I step to the side, pivot, right? Now you see out of the center, right? So that's what your goal. Your goal is try to get out of the center line of their center line. So you have to pivot. See here? Pivot, 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 right? Pivot. See? Pivot. Okay? So don't stay here like this, like this, like this, like this. Then we still gonna get hit. Alright? Let's go. Let's do 20 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1. Okay? Now you see this angle coming out? It's gonna come toward the punch, okay? Not coming across like this. It's gonna be diagonal, coming up diagonal. Why diagonal? After you block diagonal, you can just slip right in, right? For Wing Chun is that movement deflecting, and then you slip right in. You're not gonna waste any time from here, and then you're gonna wind it here, and then you're gonna go, okay? This way will be a lot stronger, right? But this way from here, you slip right in. It's gonna be faster, not as strong, but over time, if you train enough time, I'm pretty sure with the knife hand stretches from here, slip to the nose or to the temple, it's gonna give somebody like a little bit, maybe even 20, 30, 50% damage. It's sort of like stop the opponent from attacking you. Then from there you have your chance, right? So after you go boom, 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 right? Because in Wing Chun it's very dynamic, straightforward punch, and the range is very close. Okay? If one hit doesn't do a lot of damage, they continue with the next hit, next hit, next hit, hit. Right? Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so that's pretty amazing. So that's the hit. Okay, so careful. Like 1, 2, this doesn't work, right? So a slip angle, okay? So don't go from here to cross sideways. And angle forward, okay? Forward and then slip in. Forward, slip in. Forward, slip in. Forward, slip in. Forward, slip in. Forward to the knife hand, okay? All right, let's do maybe 10 more and then we move on. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So please practice those if you find it useful. then incorporate into your training, and hopefully it helps you improve. Okay, let's move on to the next one. You see in Wing Chun there's like this type of block, both hand, and you move to forward and you block this way. Okay, this way you're practicing. One is you condition your forearm. The second one is you block the middle part and also your upper part at the same time, right? Lower part and upper part, right? So most of the time I tend to go from here, I block, I step in, okay? And then I come back, I try the other side, I step in, right? Here, I block, okay? So I would imagine like somebody like they're doing kicks or something, right? But if you anticipate the movement, you see the kicks, you can move in to the center. Because usually kicks are the strongest part is at the end of the foot, the feet, right? From the shin to the feet. So if you can move in on time, then you move in toward the thighs, right? The thighs, the knees, that will slow down the kick, also prevent the kick from executing. So that's what mainly this block is for, or even like the block punch or something, we deflect with these two blocks. So it's called the low block and the outer forearm block, okay, at the same time. And I would step in from here, step in, boom, okay, and I come back the other side, I step in, boom, like that. Now you see what's coming up after this. So logically, right, my hand open here, I can turn, I can cut right in again. Same, pretty much same night hand straight leg earlier. You see, as soon as you got one hand here, it's open, then you can turn it into an attack, okay? Same thing on the other side. I would go in, boom, boom, right? As soon as I block right away, I turn. I block, boom, boom, right? Okay, so let's try that. So the footwork is you from here, right? You're gonna step up. Let's do left side first. Step up with our left foot first. So you just take one step up in an angle. So you would step from here out in an angle, like maybe 30 to 45 degrees. Okay, just from here, step forward, right? And once you're forward like this, as soon as you're moving, this hand push out at the same time. So this hand from here slightly bend is extend, right? Extend, and this hand coming across. Okay, so I would go from here. I step forward, okay, in an angle, boom, like so. All right. Step forward in an angle, boom. Here, I have my hip sort of like pushing in. All right, I wind my hip back slightly, and then I push in toward the attack. Okay, I go here. Or somebody coming in the attack you to the face or whatever, you can avoid it with this block. The midsection, you can avoid this. Or sometimes you can turn into this, you know, a kick. You know, most of the time when they block the kick, they put the elbows here, like to the face here, and then go into the elbow. They try to deflect or block the kick. Same thing, pretty much quite similar movement to MMA. MMA or any other martial art is quite similar movement, but the hand placements, the elbow placement, just a little bit slightly different. But the theory is pretty much the same, guys. Right? So you go here, right? Or if something, you just block here, right? Coming in, boom, like that. Here, this part, I just turn my hand here. Sometimes you leave it here, here, avoiding. See the leg kicking? You always tap it out like this. Okay, but you want to get less impact of the kick or the hit. You got to come close to it, so you have to anticipate it, right? You're not going to be at the end of the kick. At the end of the kick, if you're not fast enough, you're at the end of the kick, you're gonna get hit. Is very painful, right? If I'm kicking my roundhouse kick, I kick here, and I'm hitting you with my instep from here, my instep, my foot to here. That part is the most lethal part, the most strength, the most powerful when it coming out, when they're hitting with this. But if you can anticipate, as soon as the person lift this leg up, you're going right in here. You go in right here and block and try to deflecting the kick. Now guess what? If you can go in there already, this hand, right, it's open, right? So as they are kicking, you see that like the groin open, right? I'm lifting, I'm kicking, I'm one leg, right? This part open. So this hand here, you block, you can grab, right? This one, this part here, right? If, of course, if you're fast enough, you train enough, whenever you can you can be smart enough to block and then you grab or whatever it is, or you just go right into grabbing. That's fine. It's common sense, right? It depends on if which situation you in, right? If you have to, then you have to, right? Because in self-defense, there's no rule, right? You know, in any type of competition, you're not allowed to grab the nuts or whatever. But in real life, of course, you have to defend your life, right? Your life is in threatening. Of course, you have to use by all means, grab the ball, crouching, picking, scratching, whatever, biting. You have to, then you have to. All right? All right. So let's practice that movement so we can get used to the footwork and the flow of the hands, the arms placement. So basically it's gonna be here like this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, for now, let's practice the arm, okay? So I would here, well this way I go here. Boom, 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 okay? So just slightly tilt your body over and footwork. We're not gonna worry about it for now. We're just gonna get the basic hands movement in first, all right? So I would go from here, I tilt to the side a bit. So I turn here, and then I come out, right? Here, this one again, this here. It's like a knife hand. Knife hand, I'm coming up, my elbow coming down, and the other one, the elbow coming in. So this is sort of like the low block, sort of, and this one, the middle block, all right? Okay, coming in. So at the same time, we twist our body like this, one, and then twist the other way, two, one, two. Okay, let's go. One, like that. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, sometimes when you in your practice, you find that sometimes your hands, this hand here, sometimes it go like this, sometimes you forget and it go in like this. Because this basically is the more natural, right? Because when we're shifting to our left and we push back to our right, it tends to go like this rather than this, right? So much, right? So it's okay. It's not a mistake or something, right? Because right now we're training this this part of the arm. We sort of like blocking and conditioning to make it tough a little bit, right? But if you forget and you go into this block, that's fine. It still work, right? Because blocking is a block as long as you can avoid a hit, right? The most important in the self-defense I always mention is don't get hit, right? So by all means, whatever way you do, just don't get hit. That's the best defense for self-defense, of course, right? So, okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing. As I'm moving, boom. See, I'm shifting. Boom, right? The basic is shifting. Boom, boom. See my footwork? How I pivot, I shift. From here, I down, and then I tilt my body, tilt my body, tilt my body, just like that. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So please train those techniques. So when you're hitting, you clashing against the arm of the dummy on the upper part, you can hit anywhere from this part right here all the way down to here. Okay, so when you're training like that, you're also conditioning to get your forearm a bit tougher, you know. So if you were clashing against somebody's hands, blocking, or they hit, or they punch you, whatever, you can, you know, you can take the pain a bit. Otherwise, if they go too hard, you go, ah, man, that hurt. Then, then your confidence gonna go off. They take that advantage, and they gonna they're gonna take advantage and beat the hell out of us. So that's why we gotta toughen up a bit, right? All right. So let's go from here. Boom. All right. Now, after you training this enough, okay? So for me, instead of this, sometimes I recommend you guys train more per session. You do this about 30 to 50 times on each side. 30 to 50 repetition on each side. Okay? Yeah, but that's the truth, right? We gotta like, and same thing. The most conditioning people do, I see, is Muay Thai. They do like their shin, their forearm, their elbow. They hit, they kick the sandbag, the hard stuff, whatever. I don't know, even the banana trees, the coconut trees. They condition their shin and their elbows, their forearms so good. They like pretty amazing at that, right? So they don't feel like much pain like us. Sometimes we practice, you know, only a few moves here and then we clashing like this, and we feel hurt, you know. If like this, you feel hurt, and they hit us and feel hurt, you know. You go, ah, like that, and then you're done. They're gonna take advantage of you and they keep on try to like hit your arm to make your arm like feel sore and until you give up, right? Same thing with the legs, right? Most of the time you see low kick, they kick to the thigh or you kick to the leg, right? They go pa like that, pa like that, pa like that, right? If we don't train, we don't condition, they kick it here, 1 or 2 kicks, we going down, right? Of course, if you go against somebody like a Muay Thai, a professional fighter, and they kick you like that, those guys you have to beg for mercy, you know. Unfortunately, you go against one of them, you're gonna lose 100%, right? Because they're training like that's the profession. They're training 6-8 hours a day, right? That's their job. I'm pretty sure right now your job, your profession, you're working 8-10 hours a day. You're gonna be way better than me at that particular thing, like an accountant, lawyer, doctor, whatever. That's the thing you do every day. Of course, you're gonna be good at it, right? Same thing with them. They're martial artists, they're a fighter. They train 6 to 8 hours a day, right? And they're fighting every so often. So we never fight. We just train for the heck of our health, for our fitness, and everything. So therefore, we're not gonna compare to them, right? All right. So guess what? So after you hear, what you do? The next part I want you to do same thing earlier. Remember we blocked the order, we go in straight, block into straight. Same thing, this one you block, turn, straight. Simple, right? So once I got a block here, boom, boom, all right? Pretty much the same theory, all right? My hand here open. See, I block here. What I'm gonna do with this hand is open. I may as well turn and I chop right into the opponent's nose, face, temple, this side, reach forward, temple, whatever. But I guess the best is right here. If the face right here, you go right here, right? If the face is deflecting this way, right? Deflecting this way, then you can go into elbow, right? If the person's falling toward that way, right? Of course, you gotta like depend on the situation where the person at that moment, okay? But for instance, for the sake of practice, we gotta go 1, and then we turn, chop. Easiest way to attack here, boom, boom, right? So after we block, boom, boom, right? Here we can use the arm to grab, right? Just to practice. This one, grab, pull, and this one, push, right? So if I were to block here, right? We got the arm. If the arm is deflecting out, of course, when we block hard, it's gonna come out, right? Then that's fine, that's okay. Then we just go right here, We just chop right here, okay? But for the sake of practice, we go here, we grab, boom. This hand turn, grab, and this hand turn, cut right into the face, the nose, whatever target the face, the nose, the eyes, the chin, the neck, anywhere from there, or even to the sideway, the temple. So those are the areas you want to attack for self-defense, okay? So as you go here, boom. Then what's next? So from here, if I want more like movement, right? I can go, boom. I got the grab here, I can go knee to the groin, right? If you want to really do serious damage, you go, boom, the groin. Or if you don't want to, then go to stomach, okay? If you want some mercy, the guy's not that harmful, whatever, just give him to the knee to the stomach. All right? So let's try that. So we're gonna try 1, 2. Step over, 1, 2. 1, 2. So before we did like this, we go 1, 2, okay? 1, 2. Just standing here, okay? Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So when you're practicing this, I want you guys to slightly tilt your body a bit in order to have a little bit force into your block, all right? And increase a bit of strength into your block. Because if you just stand here and you don't turn, you just go like this, go like this, go like this, right? And when you go into real situation, you're doing that, it's not gonna work. So at the beginning, you have to do this, but move your hips slightly. From here, tilt, boom, tilt, boom, tilt, boom. At the end, I want you sort of like, at the end, relax your body, tighten, relax, tight, relax, tight, relax, tense, relax, tense. That is the force I want you to go at the split second at the end. You know what I mean? That's when it's gonna work, okay? So relax, 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 like that, all right? Okay, guys, let's go. So, 1, then go. So from here, I relax. As I am hitting, I'm gonna tense it up, okay? And now from here, I'm relaxed. As I'm coming in, I tense, okay? So 2 times I'm relaxed. Every time I'm not using force, I want to move fast, right? My arm want to go in fast. I'm relaxing my whole body. But when I am hitting the target, at that split second, I want to tense it up. I want to flex every bit of my muscle. That split second, only that split second, okay? As soon as I almost hit the target, I flex everything. See from here, if I go punching you or something, if you see in the great legendary Bruce Lee movie, you see every time you punch or whatever, at the end he goes, ah, like that, you know, he tense everything at the end. So I want you to understand that theory and you put into your training, whether it's a block or whether it's a punch or whether it's a kick, right? You try to squeeze every bit of your muscle into the end result, into the target. That's what you want, all right? So same thing here, boom, right? At the end, I want to flex everything. But here, from here, I want to get to you. If I want to get to you fast, quickly, then I have to relax, of course, right? But because if I'm all tense at the beginning, I want to go to you and I'm keep flexing my whole body. I'm so stiff, I'm so slow. I'm gonna give you like that. You cannot move, right? Seriously, you try that. But if I'm here, I'm relaxed, I'm moving, right? I'm moving to you, I'm just relaxed. But once I come out to hit at the end result, the split second, that's what I want. So, boom, here, boom, right? That is the only difference you see between the person that's just practicing, the beginners, maybe beginners first 6 months, 6 months to a year, and people who are like, master or like, great student that practicing 2-3 years, they understand the theory and they practice it. That's the difference you see between beginner and advanced level. But if you guys can get it in the beginning, you understand that theory and you apply into your training, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what moves you execute, it's gonna be stronger uh, than uh, than the normal one. Okay, so you're gonna get good result in that. All right, let's go. Here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Motion. Elbow here bend. Simple as this. Elbow bend coming out right here. So right now, because of this hand is right here, so I'm sort of like hitting from this part, right? I'm hitting this part right here of my arm. Or I can go up anywhere from here down, right? But because I'm tall and this thing is up to here, right? If it's down here, then I can go more straight arm, but it's up here, right? So I just from here. See, this doesn't move that much. My elbow, the joint here, and this one just coming across. Okay, same time. Okay, once I done that, boom. Right, when I done that, boom. See how I move my body slightly? I go here, I don't hit, just hit here. I hit here, right? So I can turn into hitting here. So when I'm here, I'm right directly to my opponent's face, right? So I have the straight line advantage now, right? So I'm moving as I'm hitting here, boom, right? Here, hit, I'm deflecting it out, and then I'm back in. See? So as soon as I'm here, I try to get out of the person straight line here. So the person attacking me straight, right? I try to get out of this straight line. I block, and then right now they are this way, and I'm directly this way, straight line in front of them. Okay? So I go like that, and I go out. Okay? Same thing on the other side. The person attacking me, punching me right in the face, straight line, right? I shift my body over, in this case to the left, then I block, okay? I don't just stay here and I block. I stay here and block. If I'm too slow, I cannot block, I'm gonna get hit in the face. But if I move, even if the hit maybe hit slightly this side, it's gonna slip through, so it won't be as much damage. That's why we wanna get out of the deer center line and try to control and stay in front of our center of gravity, and we're attacking straight line. So that simple enough. That's pretty much the theory of Wing Chun, right? You try to stay in the center line, right? Try to take advantage of your straight line and stay out of deer center line and deer straight line. So I go here and then I turn straight line and just cut right in, right? Once I cut right in, boom, then I can go here. I can just step up and then elbow, right? Elbow here and then I can come here. Now you see elbow here may be open, then I can block here and then come back down and I can go here with another elbow. So those are the combo you can think of and you can practice on your own, you know, because eventually when you practice with a partner, in this case, you don't have a partner, you're practicing with a dummy or something like that, or even a tree, even a coconut, as long as you have that imagination, as long as you have that discipline and passion about the stuff you want to learn, I'm pretty sure you are very creative to do the movement. Whether unless you have a dummy or partner, whatever, you can always practice on your own, right? So here I go here, 1, cut 2, right? Then the next one I can do is I can step up with the elbow straight to the temple, right? And then from there I can go down to the chest with the elbow straight. So there's so many combinations you can do. Same thing on the other side. I go block, I strike, I step in, elbow, and then this elbow here, as this one is busy. After that, then you can go this one. Same thing, okay? Or even if you want to go lower, of course, now this is when it comes down to traditional practice, right? Like, you know, those Shaolin Kung Fu or Hong Ga Wing, so many Chinese Kung Fu, like, you know, they're practicing low stand. That's where you go into the groin and you go low here. Now, most of us nowadays, we won't be able to go that low if we don't practicing our stance on a regular basis. We're not gonna go that low, right? Even for myself, I find that going low like that is hard because I haven't practiced those, you know, horse stands where master make you standing like this, like for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Nowadays, we don't do that anymore. We don't have that kind of patience to go here and then turn here and then turn here and then lift our leg up like this and what standing on one leg. But back in the days, I always trained like those with my masters and other students. So therefore, I still have just a little bit basic of it. But trust me, if those one really. So if that doesn't work for us, then please just stand up high. If not, where's this? This is the groin right here. The groin. One elbow straight to the groin. Now, I don't care how strong the person is, right? But with this reverse elbow straight, if you can hit it, if you have the accuracy to hit it, boom, right there, right? But in order to do that, of course, you gotta be able to comfortably go down to lower stance, right? Now going lower stance like this is hard, right? It's hard, right? If we don't do it regularly. So therefore, I would recommend you guys just go around here. Good, the chest is good enough. Okay, so the combo is like 1, after you block, turn 2, okay? 2, you can go 3, right? This one, if I want to reach a person, what I have to do? Of course, I have to step forward, right? If I don't reach a person, here, I just hit here. No force, I can't reach it. And I'm off balance. See how I'm leaning against the dummy? So if you're leaning against your opponent like this, what's he gonna do? He gonna back and he gonna pull you off balance. Okay, so careful. Do not lean. Do not reach and lean into the attack. When you're here, you try to reach. Why not just step? From here, boom. Step forward. Please, step forward, okay? Don't just from here, don't be lazy and, oh, I'm just gonna attack here. Right? It's not gonna work. Most of the time, it's not gonna work. Unless you have really long limbs like John Bone John, right? Here, your elbow can extend all the way to here. That's a different story, right? John Bone John, he's like 6 something, right? 6'4" or something like that. He can reach with his elbow. But most of us around, you know, 5'9" up to 6 feet or something like that. Well, it's all depends. But if you have longer limbs, of course, you're gonna have advantage to reaching in. All right. But most of us, please do cut here. Boom. I step in. Okay. I step in. The other one, I have the momentum here. Then I can go this way. Okay. Another elbow. Okay. And then this one, I can go back up. All right. So maybe 2 or 3 of those movements. If you can get one elbow straight or one straight to there, then that's it. You don't have to do any other one because you defend yourself. As soon as you find yourself safe and the person is injured or something, please stop. Right? All right. So let's practice that. Okay. I go 1, boom. Then next one, step in. 1, boom. Step in, and then go here. All right. So do practice those on your own. Same thing other side. Block, boom. Step in, boom. And then the other one, elbow straight. Okay? Now, like yesterday, I asked you guys, some of you guys too, if you were here with me yesterday, I asked you guys condition this part of the elbow. Boom. Because most of the time, we're using this part a lot, right? Nowadays, we gotta block with our whole thing, right? Sometimes, you know, I'll block like this or like this. It's not gonna work so much, right? So we have to block with our whole arm. And then here, we got our elbows into it. See, we got the ear cover, right? This whole part, and then we got the elbow, right? Yeah. So I'm strengthening and conditioning this part here. And I'm also covering myself like that. So please do practice that. Now you see when I'm doing this, I'm still tilting. I'm still tilting my leg. Tilt, tilt, tilt. See? Just only that one stance. Only that one stance. Shift over here, over there. Right? With your hips, you can turn it into a lot of different movement, different practice with your arms. So only one footwork. And footwork in Wing Chun or in any other martial art, we're not gonna have a lot of different stances and footwork, right? Either you in sparring, you move, you step forward, you move, you shuffle back, you step forward, sideways, with your leg sideways like this, and you move forward, okay? And from here, Wing Chun, you just shift here, shift to the side, going up, shifting like that. Not a lot of footwork, guys, so if you pay close attention, maybe about 4 or 5 different type of footwork, that's it. But after that, you're gonna train, you train until your footwork become really good. Just like boxer, you see their footwork? Not so many, but the way they move is so flow, it's so fluid because they're working on so much. That's why they're so good at evading attack and everything. So please do. If you guys can train the footwork of boxing, and I'm pretty sure if you're really good at footwork boxing, you can move around and evade a lot of hits. You're gonna become like awesome. You're gonna become great. So please, if you do have time, try to train footwork boxing, right? Yeah. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If I want to attack more, I gotta step up with the elbow. See, makes sense, right? From here, right here, makes sense for me to stepping in, just from here to here. The only difference is the distance from here, here, boom, right here like this, right? Relax, boom, all of a sudden. Here, boom, here, tense. As I hit, I tense. After I hit, I tense for that split second. Now my whole arm is relaxed, my whole body is relaxed. I step in, and then I hit, all right? Same thing on this side, relax, hit, and then relax, hit, okay? And then relax, hit. Now see, hit after I hit here. When I'm attack the other one, I don't put my arm out. I don't put my arm down and I attack, okay? I put it up here. Still here, may as well stay up there. Just in case they're gonna throw a hook punch or something at you, right? You still have cover here. If there's anything, hit to the arm, right? Better than hit right into your jaw, right? So leave your hand here, and then we're going in like that. Okay, so those are the combo you can play around with in your training. For instance, even this, I go like before, I go block, boom, right? The next one, what you can do, block, boom. Or you can use this one. You hit to the temple or to the face. Here, your hand is right here by the head, the face. You can grab and you can knee. So that you can knee, you can use that as another combo. All right, what you need. So boom, 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 right? Same thing on the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Or you can even knee to the side, right? It doesn't have to be right in the middle. The person, the side rib right here, you can knee to the side. So get those movements in so that your body will get used to those movements. So in your training, you get used to those movements. In real life situation, you're not gonna be stiff and frozen. You don't know what to do. You overthinking. You will have more confidence to move more slowly. All right. So I go boom, boom, boom. Right. I'll go here. I go boom, 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 boom. Right. Boom, boom, boom. Or boom, boom. As here, and then I can do punch, triple punch. And then once here, I can attack with the knees. I can go sideways or this way, okay? Or even if you can go, you can kick, boom, 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 kick the foot. Same thing, right? Now, this is the hard part. Very hard combo for the opponent to recognizing our kick at the bottom. Because right now you are blocking, you're hitting, all of a sudden in the face. You're hitting in the face here, right? All of a sudden you can hit here, you can grab and you can trip, right? You can trip the leg here, right? All the way up here, and then they have to protect down here. Very hard to protect. They're gonna move their legs, yeah, sometimes they can, but most of the time no. Because you attack here and then you go here, right? Very hard, I find that really hard if somebody attack like that. Right, so go 1, 2, boom, or 1, 2, boom, or 1, 2, boom. Right? Make sense? Or 1, 2, boom, boom. See? So I give you those options. Those are very straightforward combination that your body movement will flow to it. Very easy, right? Because it's there. That's the way your body move. Same with mine, right? It common sense. There's not so much of awkward movement, right? Make sense? Because I go here, after I go here, this hand here, right hand open. So open, what I do, right? Here, it's up here, it's closed. I may as well attack here. I don't go down here, here's too far, right? Waste too much time. So here, I go here, straight forward, right there. The distance between here, right? Here and here, what, how many? 25 centimeters. So 25 centimeter, the chances of the person blocking you maybe successfully, maybe 10 to 20%, 10 to 20%, right? So as soon as you're able to block here, and you go like that, right? I don't know who will be able to move out of the way so quick, right? Maybe only those expert boxers, like legendary boxer that like in lightweight category, they can move so fast, right? But boom, boom, makes sense? And here, once I'm here, from here to here is another 20 centimeter, stepping in 20 centimeter, right? I don't do any fancy stuff, right? Just here, and I go here, just all the basics, elbow. Sometimes you condition yourself, guys, here, let me break down. For the elbow, sometimes you can just, okay, on your own, you can just go to dummy or the heavy bag or whatever, or even this bag. You can just go and practice here. From here, you go boom, here, boom, boom, boom. You see how I push my body, my hips into it? As I go, I'm pushing my hip toward it. You hear? Boom, boom, boom. Then switch side. Boom, 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 boom. Same thing with your dummy. You can go boom, 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 boom. So please do practice that with your dummy, or just practice in the mid-air, so that when it comes to the combo, you are becoming comfortable with the combination. Okay, so I go here, boom, step forward. Remember the step forward, okay? I don't just go here and I go here and then I go here. I'm gonna miss. I go here, I'm gonna miss. If I go further, I'm going further in, I'm gonna reach. As soon as I'm reaching, the person can feel. The person can feel I'm leaning toward them, they're gonna pull, right? See, pull, they're gonna pull, you're gonna be off balance. Now you don't want that, okay? That's why you gotta move in center line, right? Once you're always in center line, your body is upright, you're not leaning forward or backward too much, the person gonna have a very hard time tripping you or throwing you around or anything like that, as long as you keep your center of gravity. Now, of course, when it comes to those practitioners like BBJ, MMA, wrestling, they are really good at being in the center, and they always have their body low, right? Most of the time they go down like this. They try to grab your legs like this and take you down, trip you down with one leg, or double leg takedowns, right? Now that's where your stance, that when it comes to helpful is when you're practicing a lot of hard stance and you're practicing low. Now that come back to the traditional, right? To avoid the guy try to lifting you up, you got to lower your stance, right? Lower and then you back up, right? So that's the thing. But most of the time nowadays, right, we don't train those. We feel that we don't have time, yeah, but most of the time we are lazy, right? So the truth is, even myself, I'm not gonna put like maybe 30 minutes into that training. It makes me lazy and it's so boring, right? And your legs, after you do like maybe 4 or 5 minutes, it's gonna be shaky like this, right? So we don't want to, right? So, but from time to time, we have to lower our stance to avoid getting tripped or whatever. So when you lower your stance, you go boom, right? Now those one work too. Those guys going knee, you know, see, a lot of time when guys coming in like this, grabbing, they don't have any like move, whatever, they just go straight in wrapping. Very careful. You're gonna hit by a knee, right? You're gonna get hit by a knee. There are like a lot of situations. Well, one situation I saw from UFC, the guy got his skull cracked from Venom Page. If you guys know Venom Page, right? Remember the guy coming in, he's shooting the front knee right at the skull. So I wouldn't recommend you just go right in like that, you know. If you fake, you punch whatever, then you can go But if not, the guy cut you the knee as you coming in right here, the skull gonna split in half. You don't want that. And that happened to a lot of people. So careful, guys, those one. So that's why the balance is stay in balance. Here, step in, step forward, okay? I don't want you here, and then from here, straight here like this. You're not gonna reach it, right? If you have longer limbs, like John Bon Jones, that's fine. Then you can just stay here, right? But if you guys like me or shorter limbs or medium limbs, you just go, you have here, you have to step in, right? Here, step in. Now you see the advantage of stepping in is you have your whole body behind the force, right? You as you step in, you winding your hip. When I'm stepping, I'm not gonna step in like this and hit. See? Very weak. Weak. Okay, and here, weak. But I'm stepping here. I step in. As soon as I step in, I wind my hips. Boom. See how my hips go? I sort of like tilt my hip back slightly from here. Boom. See how I have that motion go into my elbow strike. Now, that's the difference, right? That's the difference between a beginner and an advanced practitioner, right? They have that extra hip motion to help them increase the strength and speed in to the attack. So I go boom, boom, right? Hips, boom, right? I think remember one phrase Bruce Lee always said, put your hips into it, or something like that, right? You guys heard that phrase, right? Put your hips into it, right? Okay. So those are the ones you can train with, okay? Now, of course, when it comes to blocking, hitting, and all, we gotta condition ourselves, right? So here I'm gonna condition myself with the forearm. So last time we go clenching like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, that movement. Okay, so please do, if you have time, keep on practicing those. Maybe you can do 50 repetition, 2 or 3 set. 2 set on each arm is good, 50 repetition. But today we're gonna do this. I'm gonna clench my, I'm gonna condition myself with this part, right? This part right here. So I'm coming down, sort of like, you know, in Wing Chun, we have this sort of block right here, this block here, okay? So when we're practicing with this motion, you guys can get used to the movement of blocking that more naturally when it comes to executing the block like this, all right? So I would go here, 1, and then I come back, block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like that, simple movement like that. So circular motion coming in, down, and then I flexing back and the other one in, and then back and the other one in, back, in, that flow of motion, okay? So right now my hand is a bit slippery, just because of the sweat. So even it's better if you're sweating, because this one, right? When you slipper, it's more slippery, right? So you can just, the movement is much easier because basically you slide in. You slide, it was slippery, it slipped down, right? So it's easy for you, right? Slip down, boom, 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 boom. When your arm, you don't train to a point where you're not sweaty enough, whatever, and you hit against this, it's gonna like sort of like a little bit scratchy your skin, you feel a bit more sore, right? But in this case, I'm sweat already, so it's gonna feel less pain for me, right? Because your skin, your per skin rubbing this without water or sweaty or something, it's gonna hurt more. So just to let you guys know, so give you guys heads up, okay? So I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So normally I would do a set of 30 to 50. And sometimes this movement here, you put it down here, the other arm got to be up here, right? Because just in case there's an attack coming, said anything, we have this arm sort of like protecting our face a little bit to reduce damage. Come back, block, down, block, come back, block, down, block, come back, block, down, block, boom, 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 boom. Eventually, that's the speed you want, okay? Now, sometimes when you go fast enough, you get carried away. Sometimes you hit here, right? It's gonna hurt, it's gonna feel pain a bit. But if your arm is sweaty, then it's just gonna slip through, right? It's gonna slip through down. So it doesn't hurt as much when you're sweaty, right? If you don't sweat it, which means you're not training hard enough, you're gonna hurt yourself more when you're hitting, performing this technique. All right, so let's try again. Oh, of course you can. If you guys want to cheat, of course you can rub like water on here, pretending that you're sweating, and then you can hit against it, and it won't feel as hurt as much, right? Okay, let's do 20 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Fast! Now, what's this motion for? Elbow strike, right? You can go right into the elbow strike. See this motion we're practicing? Practicing elbow strike, right? We can use that toward elbow. Rather than blocking here, we can go right into elbow. So 2 for the price of 1 that you're training. You can either training for the block or you can go for the elbow strike, right? Right? So remember that when you're doing any of this movement, always have this other hand up in your face to protect, just in case, right? Hide your face a bit, right? Elbow or blocking, right? Blocking maybe here, elbow straight, okay? Elbow straight, same thing, elbow straight, boom, all right? And with that movement, of course, you can burn a few of calorie here and there, it's good. Not much, maybe 30 calories or 50, it depends on how many repetitions you're doing. So it all counts. All right. So I will do a little bit more relaxing with this, condition my forearm a bit more. And then I go here, condition my leg, I just flick it like this, flick my kick. Of course, in Wing Chun, or in any type of martial art, we gotta train our lower part too, our legs too. Not just only our arms, guys, right? If you have your upper body, your arm too strong, and your leg weak, your leg is a foundation. Your legs is your stance, right? Right? If you don't have a strong, stable foundation, right? Then of course, your building and your house gonna tip over because of the foundation is weak. So therefore, you gotta work on your foundation, plant your foundation strong. So therefore, you gotta have stance, good, solid stance, and good enough kicks. You know, that's why I train both. I train kicks there. So with this, I just hitting against this part of my leg right here. This part, right? This part right here. I don't let it go like right directly. This is gonna hurt like hell. I'm not like, you know, training like expert like Muay Thai fighter or MMA fighter. They train like every part of this bone, right? So as a regular human being, regular training, just for the sake of our health, whatever, I don't train that. If you guys, of course, if we all have different goal here, if your goal is to become like breaking bricks or iron or stone, whatever, and become a champion of whatever, MMA fighting, UFC, whatever, then you gotta train all part. Of course, you gotta train everything. Okay, by all means, go ahead. But for me, I just, you know, just train the soft part. I go here, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or sometimes I go 1, 2, kick, 1, 2, kick. Now, see, in beginning, you can train lightly, and then you can use your arm. If you are not in balance, your body is not good at balancing on one leg, then you can use the arm of the dummy handrail, and you can do the kick. So I go 1, slowly, I go 2, and then next one I go 3, okay? Same thing other foot, I go 1, I flick back. You remember this kick, right? A lot of people are doing this kick nowadays. They flick this kick, boom, this way, right? But this kick, I wouldn't recommend to kick it too high, because mostly if we're not flexible enough, we're gonna like sort of like torn this ligament right here when we are making awkward. See, awkward, it go kind of weird, but low okay. Here, low okay, right? But if you go anywhere above the groin, I wouldn't recommend it. So go here, boom, right? After this, then I quick back. So as soon as I kick here, I'm gonna twist. See how I twist this ankle? Very important, the footwork, the ankle, you twisting at the bottom. If you wanna kick this way, you're gonna twist it, right? For instance, if I do a roundhouse kick, if you can see me here, I do a roundhouse kick. I have to, from here, I have to see the bottom foot. I have to tilt, see how my heel pointing toward the kick, right? I don't kick, and I leave like this. I leave like this. Some people can do this really well. They're really expert at it. They don't have to move it, right? But most of us, we have to turn our ankle. Otherwise, we're gonna sprain our ankle so easily. If we really try to kick over, and this still there, you see how it overturn, and you see the ankle twist. So therefore, you gotta pivot the ankle. I see it, pivot, okay? When coming up, I pivot, okay? Coming up, I pivot. Same thing when I do this kick. You want to see it from there. Tilt it down a bit and over. So same thing as I do this kick. I kick here. I sort of like slightly pivot and then come back. I got to pivot. See, when I'm coming back, I have to pivot. Otherwise here, I can go, but it's not going to go as turn as one. So I go here, boom, slightly pivot. See? 2, automatically. That's how my leg work now, right? It's also depend on the flexible of your ankles too, right? All of us, every individual is different. So basically you go accordingly. If you see that you're kicking and your ankle doesn't move and you feel kind of awkward, it's so stiff, then you gotta pivot your ankle, you know what I mean? So when you lift up the kick like this, you gotta pivot a bit. Otherwise, if you don't kick, don't pivot, you go here, boom, over here. You see how awkward it's twist, and my ankle is trying to go reverse it, drop like that, and then you're gonna sprain it. So please don't let that happen, all right? Careful with that, all right? So let's train. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So of course, if you guys are comfortable enough, you can just go without the hand. You go 1, 2, 3, and go the other leg. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So you don't have to use a handrail if you guys are balancing, especially you guys learning Taekwondo, do a lot of kickings on one leg. Then of course you have better balance than other people that doesn't practice. No? Well, it's all depends. Techniques, we're not cheating. We just, because sometimes we have to go against bigger people or stronger people. Of course, we have to use techniques, right? Techniques go that's what a lot of us nowadays, like back in the day, of course, we learn martial art because we're smaller than other people. We get bullies a lot, at school, at work, or whatever. We learn so that we have confidence enough to deal with the situation, right? We're not cheating. We're learning the techniques so we can confront them, not to pick on us, not to bully us, right? We have confidence enough to stand up straight and confront them person to person, okay? That's the main reason. Nowadays, we don't really have to defend ourselves so much anymore, of course, right? Unless certain situation, if you go in a dark alley or something, like if you have to go in the dark alley at night, after like a clubbing or bar or work late at night, whatever, then you have to, you know. Other than that, why would you put yourself in the situation in the first place, right? So, common sense. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, when you guys training with this, sometimes often you're gonna overturn. You sort of like overturn or half turn. You're gonna hit right against your shin bone like this, and it's gonna hurt like hell. Trust me. After that, you're gonna hop on one foot. Careful, okay? But if you were to hit yourself against that hard and stop, then try to pat on the thing and rub it, right? Rub it a bit. Let all the muscles soften out, tissue soften out before you train again. Okay, so after you training, I would recommend you guys to pat on your muscles, your arms. Give it a brief massage, you know, so that all the blood clot and all the muscle won't be stuck in your muscle too much. You just squeeze and tap it, tap your whole body like that. Tap your foot. Okay, let's go to here. We do a couple punches. So we haven't worked on punches for a while, so let's work on now conditioning our punch, right? So let's work on Wing Chun punch. Mostly the main one everybody knows, okay? Just this straight punch. And we're conditioning. Now most of the punch, we're not gonna hit the whole thing into the person because very big target. Either you hit this part, these two knuckles here, or these last two knuckles. So either you tilt it up for these two knuckles to expose, or you tilt it down slightly a bit, okay? So those two. So, but whatever you do, try to maintain your wrist straight. This is very important, right? If you find that your wrist is not straight, then please do get those boxing wrap, MMA wrap, whatever, and have someone that know how to wrap it for you before you practice this movement. Otherwise, in the beginning, your wrists are not strong enough. Your wrists are not strong enough. You're gonna punch and then you can clench this way or that way. You're gonna injure and sprain your wrist, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, please careful. Otherwise, you can condition yourself with knuckle push-up, with straight knuckle. Of course, knuckles you can go down here and you can do a knuckle push-up. All right, if you can, you do like, you know, we call it like the girl push-up. If in the beginning you cannot do it, then you gotta take the girl push-up. All right, this way to condition your knuckle, right? Of course, those of you who can do, then you can do regular push-up with your knuckles, straight arm, and you do like maybe in the beginning, maybe 3, 5, 10, right? Eventually, you know, increase. So that way you will strengthen your wrist and keeping your wrist straight when you punch, all right? Okay. So I'm just gonna go here. We're gonna condition our punch, which is from here, straight right in front of you, straight right in front of you. All right, okay, so we do, let's do 20 on each side, and then we switch. So right now we're gonna punch with these two knuckles, the 2-4 knuckle, right? So my goal is try to expose this two knuckle into the target. Go here, all right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, just right here from the chest, right down. Now you see, I'm relaxing, I flex. Relaxing, relax, flex. Relax, flex. Relax, flex. Relax, flex. Relax, flex. So that's how I get the acceleration coming up. I'm driving a car, I want to accelerate. I want to go from 0 to 100 as fast as I can. But in that meantime, before I'm reaching to the target, I got to relax my whole body, my whole arm, my whole fist. And then once I reach the target, I'm gonna flex everything and put all the force into the target. Okay? Let's go. 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 20 in this side. So as you see, you're hitting against this this type of fabric is kind of tough, right? So when you're hitting your knuckle against it, you're gonna feel sort of redness into your skin, your knuckle skin. So when you are hitting, you wanna hit right into the target straight, boom, then pull out. Not boom and then slip, sort of like a slide, a slip like this. That's no good, okay? If you slip too much up and down, then you're gonna rip your skin. And you don't want, especially you guys like not training head punching a lot against hard target or doing knuckle push-up, your skin will be very vulnerable to getting ripped. So careful with that, guys. You have to go straight right in, come back out, straight right in. Not here and slide and slip a bit. Sometimes it happens to us when we cannot manage to go right in. So then you do it lighter, okay, until your skin get toughened up, and then you can go. All right. Weak bone, then you got to drink milk with lots of calcium. Maybe take a lot of vitamin with calcium and all that, and have some bone marrow. You know, bone marrow. Like, I don't know if you guys have a lot of bone. You cook it and you eat the bone marrow. And of course, there's a lot of supplement, a lot of vitamins out there. If you can, please consult your doctor or physicians, anyone that can help you with that, right? I'm not too expert in that, so I wouldn't want to give any bad advice to you guys, okay? All right, let's go. Now we're gonna expose with this two knuckle. So before we train with this two, now we're gonna train this one so that they can all balance, right? So when you're hitting with this, so your wrists will slightly exposing this forward. So it's gonna tilt up a little bit, okay? So your wrist gonna go like this a bit, okay? So please careful when you do this. Try to do it light at the beginning, okay? Because right now your form of wrist is awkward. It's not straight anymore, so it's going up slightly. So eventually we're more vulnerable to snapping up like this. So as soon as you hit the contact, you got to straighten everything, flex everything, okay? And try to lock your whole wrist at that specific moment, right? And then after that, you relax again, all right? So let's go. These two knuckles, the two baby knuckles, baby and the ring knuckle, okay? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now, sometimes when you see when I'm hitting, I'm standing feet and shoulder width apart, comfortable. I just like this because I'm throwing straight punch, right? So I stand like this. I just go from here. But then you see my hips sort of like tilted in a bit, move in slightly. I'm sort of like moving my hip first and then I go boom, 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 like that, right? Just to add an extra bit of movement, distance, and apply a bit of strength from my hip going forward. So keep that in mind, guys. Use your hip if you can from here. Even at home, if you practice just here, flick your hip, flick your hip. See, my arm is here. I flick. See, I'm not moving my arm here. If I'm flicking, I'm moving that much. See, I'm flicking. See, I go moving in. I'm flick and move in. I'm flick, move in. Right? You get that extra bit. You know why? You know why 1 inch? The famous 1 inch punch works from here, right? From here, 1 inch, from here to the hand, 1 inch, right? I'm open my hand, but if I close it, I get like what? 6 inches, 7 inches, right? Here, 1 inch, here, 5 inch. But I'm adding my hips into it. Boom. Then I got another extra 5 inch. So basically, if you're using everything, you put everything into the force, you're getting like about 10 more extra inches. It's not really 1 inch, right? So that's the trick behind it, guys. So remember when people are like, oh, they're gonna demonstrate breaking board or whatever, 1 inch punch, you go from here to here, distance 1 inch. But from here, you're here, you clench your finger, you get another 5 inch here. They come, boom, right here. As soon as they're coming in, they're closing their fist, right? So when you're closing your fist here, you get an extra 5 inch, right? And then you have your hip pushing into it, boom. Therefore, you can break the board easily with a 1 inch punch. See, you get that kind of distance, so keep that in mind, guys. 1 inch is not really 1 inch, right? It's sort of like a trick in your mind because here, fingertips here is only 1 inch. Now this is 5 inch. And then with your hips initiated, you have another 5 inches from your hips. And you get more than 10 inches. All right, so remember that. All right, okay, guys, I gotta go now. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Thank you very much, guys. I have a really great training today because all of you are amazing. All of you sticking here and comments and share with me and practicing with me. And I hope you guys all have a good, healthy habit, good habit training, and stay safe out there. Stay healthy and keep up all the positive work. All right, guys, have a good night or have a good day wherever you are. Okay, gotta go work. Have fun, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you. Yes, love me. What do you say? Sorry, you said please master something. Thank you, Ing MB. Thank you. Yeah, pull a Glock and kick the cock. Okay. That's Ram. Okay, all right, guys. If there's no more comments or anything or no more question, I'm gonna head up to work, get ready, shower, hit the shower, and I have a meeting. All right, thank you. Have a good day, guys. Chào mọi người nha. Chúc mọi người một ngày làm việc vui vẻ nha. Thì nãy giờ mình cũng nói tiếng Anh nhiều quá, tại vì mấy bạn bên kia mấy trăm người đang xem á, cho nên là bên nước ngoài không à. Cho nên có gì mọi người thông cảm nha. Hôm nào có thời gian nhiều thì sắp xếp mình sẽ live tập luyện cùng mọi người buổi chiều tối. Thì chiều tối thì chắc nhiều người Việt của mình rảnh hơn. Giờ sáng thì ai cũng bận bịu làm công việc hết rồi nha. Ok. Alright, guys, thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. Have a great day, guys. Awesome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Love you all. Until then, see you next time, guys. Bye bye. The next class I would have probably roughly the same time. If you see anywhere from the time I started, it was like an 8 a.m. here, around 8 a.m. here in Vietnam, Vietnamese time. So one hour and a half earlier, then that's the time I usually start. Okay, love me? All right. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Bye bye. Thank you. Yeah, that's around 8 a.m. Sometimes I go like a bit later or earlier, within half an hour later or earlier. So anytime between there, love me. Okay, thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye, everyone.